What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another video. Today, guys, it might be a little bit of a shorter video than we've done here in the past, but basically, I'm not sure what the thumbnail will show you, but we're trying to get ready for Halloween domination. It's that beautiful time of year where everyone has planted their seed. They've got their fertilizer down. We've got trick-or-treaters going to be walking down the road. And what are they looking at? They're looking at the homes. They're looking at decorations. They're looking at the lawn. So my challenge to you this year is, are you going to dominate this Halloween? Or are you going to be the dominated? We're going to try to dominate here. We're going to do some things to try to be successful in that. So besides the corny intro we just did here, off the whim, one of the things I'm going to do today, guys, today is Tuesday, the 20th of October, and I've been debating what the heck do I want to do this week for the Friday video, and I really don't know because I'm kind of too far away from Halloween to do the double dark cocktail, but yet I think I can do the Carbon X today. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to throw down the Carbon X here on this beautiful GCI cool blue lawn that we got here behind me. So that is the plan. Number one, we're going to put down our Carbon X. By the way, go Mountaineers. The number one thing we're going to do to get a poppin' yard for Halloween domination is Carbon X. Number one, I believe Carbon X is the greatest fertilizer that I've ever used in my lawn, and this type of GCI fescue, Carbon X, has done wonders. The 2 times I believe I've used it in the past. This will be number 3. Like I said in other videos, he's been in the shed, he's been dying. Mr. Ferguson, please, Mr. Ferguson, throw me down in the yard. I'm ready to make your lawn so gorgeous. So we're going to be throwing down Carbon X. That'll take a couple days. I don't know, even if I do water it in today, guys, I will not be watering, if I do throw it down today, I will not be watering it in. It's still very muddy and moist here in my yard. And it's been 2 days of full sun with over 75-degree temperatures, and it's still moist out here. So my yard is really saturated and wet. So we will throw down the Carbon X. Second thing is, next week, we want to do, as I mentioned, the double dark cocktail. I've got plenty of microgreen and I've got plenty of green effect, and I may even dabble in trying to splash in a little bit of green punch, being that I'm not really going to use that as my standalone fertilizer. I may sprinkle in an ounce or 2 or 3 of green punch in there as well for a little bit of added nitrogen, just to give it a little more pop, to get as much pop as we can for Halloween, for the trick-or-treaters. So that's it. So this is part 1, I suppose. Throwing down Carbon X, getting it in the dirt. Let's get it into the plant and let's make it look great. Hopefully I can throw it down and maybe we can have a before and after before this video releases. If not, next week we'll take a picture of a before pan and an after pan and you can see the color difference. So let's go do Carbon X. So ladies and gents, if you're unfamiliar with Carbon X, I know we've kind of mentioned about it. Maybe you're new to the channel, maybe you're new to lawn care. We'll talk about Carbon X here in a second, as soon as I unlock the shed here while I talk to you. But we'll talk about Carbon X. We'll take a quick peek at the label in case you're new to fertilizing. You've just planted grass and maybe you don't know anything about fertilizer at all. We've all been in that boat at one time. Some of us, like me, don't know everything either, so we all have to start somewhere. So I'll grab this bag and we'll take it up here and we'll take a look at the label for Carbon X. All right, I'll tell you one thing, when I've had a hole in this bag since I got it. Yeah, up here at the top here. Man, it is a delicious smelling product. Let me tell you that much if you've never played with it. But here is the label, guys. So this is Carbon X. 2404 is our big 3 there, 24% nitrogen. And then we got a little bit of potash there at the end. So, you know, to help with a little bit of stress relief, but not very much. So there you got, you know, the 24% nitrogen. The thing about Carbon X that I think makes the huge difference is, let's see if I can find it. Well, I can't seem to find it, but you do have 2% iron in here. That helps with our color. The sulfur is obviously 4%. There's that 4% potash. Somewhere in here, I don't see it. It used to say it, and they've changed the label, I think, a little bit. But Carbon X has chicken poo mixed into this product. To me, I've always considered that to be the difference maker. It could be the biochar, it could be other things, but it does have chicken poo mixed in here, which I always found, you know, the girls, hee hee hee, chicken poo, ha ha ha. So you know how girls are. It does cover 8,000 square feet, and it is a 24-pound bag, and I think there is a larger bag, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. And it looks a lot like, to me, it looks like Dippin' Dots, the mint chocolate Dippin' Dots. We'll take a look at it here in a second. But anyways, this is Carbon X. Very, very good. Never has disappointed me, and it's a perfect size for square footage because I have, you know, 9,000 square feet, which give or take that a little bit. And the settings here, as far as your spreader, we just got the Scott's Elite over here, so it's saying we need to do it on, I think 6 is what that says. Yeah, 6. So it does list a lot of the most common Scott's spreaders, so that's pretty cool. So Carbon X, if you don't know, go back and watch our Carbon X video up here. It might be up here, it might be up here, not sure, but yeah, go and watch that video. You can see the results we've had previously and why we choose to use it now. We only want the best here. So until my shed maintenance gets done, look at this, man. The spiders have just, guys, comment below. Look, there's a bad boy over there in the corner. Spiders have been absolutely everywhere. We just pressure washed. Man, there's just spiders everywhere. Notice my wife, she chopped these things down. I don't know if you've seen the previous videos, you know, these things were ginormous, way extending over to our grill here. But yeah, this is where I have to park my little spreader until we get the shed fixed. We got a little bit of creepiness in there. I found a spider in here every single time I've moved it. I don't see any this time, guys, so we're good. So before I ever do anything, it's 8,000 and it says to put it on 6. So I'm actually gonna back that down to about 5.5 because I'm gonna try to spread that out just a little bit thinner than what the bag rate says. I got some nastiness in there that may need, actually I'm gonna set this in the sun for a moment. There it is, guys, that mountain of glorious Carbon X. This is what all the kids want, Carbon X. This is what makes Halloween dominationable. Is that even a word? All right, guys, so we got our Carbon X here behind me, our Dippin' Dots. We got it in our spreader. So now we're ready to spread some love throughout the yard. So just remember to follow the bag rate, as I mentioned. Here for me, it's now very simple. I've got the Scott's Elite, and as you saw on there, it tells me to put it on 6. Very simple. And now, again, I've got 9,000 square feet, so instead of going on 6, I'm gonna spread it a little bit thinner and go 5.5. And also, I need to pay attention to that because I've noticed when I had the mini spreader, this thing throws it out almost twice as fast, if to me at least, it seems that way. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to make sure I don't go crazy and spread way too much in the front yard or the backyard. So let's go spread some. So we're gonna start with the front yard, and we're gonna go around the perimeter here and then fill in the inside and maybe even go back and forth with a couple lines as well. But I do wanna make sure I get the whole yard filled. So on the Scott's, the new product, I haven't really showed off, you go down like that and edge guard is now on. So everything is blocked from spreading to the right. Everything will spread in this type motion just like many other spreaders. So I haven't really shown off the spreader, but if you're interested, guys, so far I've liked this thing. It feels way more durable than the Mini. I can fit an entire bag of my product in now and walk around without having to come back and fill up 3 times. So that's also a big bonus. So but still want to keep my eye on it so I don't dump it all in the front yard and then we run into a problem. So let's do the perimeter and let's get the front yard knocked out. All right, guys, so as usual, I get to going with the Carbon X with the spreader. See, she's empty now. She's gone. And I forget about you guys. I set up my camera somewhere and I just go, man. I get into Carbon X mode. And yeah, totally forget about YouTube, totally forget about you guys. I'm in my own world. Carbon X is down. Now I need to go around with the blower and blow everything back into the grass because this stuff ain't cheap. And we want it all, you know, as I'm walking around, it's really not as wet as I thought. It is still very saturated. I may turn on the sprinklers today and just go ahead and water this stuff in 10 minutes per section just to get water down on top of the fertilizer, because I do want it to go ahead and get into the soil, start doing its magic. It's already pretty green, as you guys have seen. The yard is looking still pretty good, but the backyard is still thin in areas. It can help, you know, with all this nitrogen, help this stuff grow even more before the first frost, before growing season stops here in the fall for fescue. Part 1, we've completed on our Halloween domination plan. The plans always don't go the way we want them to, but we got Carbon X down. The best fertilizer to me in the business. I still kick myself that I don't have a thicker lawn from planting more seed, but there's always next year, hopefully, Lord willing. After this election, who knows? But Lord willing, there'll be next year. We'll do it right next year, and who knows what we'll be planting then. I'm curious to see how the Kentucky bluegrass does, though, how long we can keep it alive, and if it does look any darker. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, next week, we're going to tackle doing the double dark cocktail. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the previous video. We did testing to see if the double dark cocktail is just a myth or if it really does work. I think you'll be enjoying, or surprised, maybe enjoy the results that I found out. I was a skeptic. It took me the 3rd time trying the double dark cocktail to see results. So go check that out, and I explain it in that video. But we'll be doing that here. Clearly it works, or else I wouldn't waste my money buying more Green Effect and microgreens. So iron, iron, iron. We want to make it pop for Halloween. So I hope you're dominating your lawn, guys. Thank you so much again for coming by for another video. Make sure, if you guys have already, if you're popping your green, like Maria's lawn that we broadcast and showed, send it to @MrFergusonLawn on Twitter or Facebook. If you want to, we'll put it in the video to let others see your hard work if you would like. If not, totally understand. We're going to keep plugging away here in North Carolina. Hope you guys have a fantastic day today. Let's have a great week out there, and you guys take care. We'll see you in the next video.